This video explains what a negotiable instrument is and how it may be used. Uniform Commercial Code UCC, THUC, is a set of standardized laws that govern commercial transactions, including those involving negotiable instruments. The UCC has been adopted in some form by all 50 states, the District of Columbia, and the U.S. territories. However, there may be state-specific variations. Types of negotiable instrument. THUC defines several types of negotiable instruments, including drafts, which include checks, and notes, which include promissory notes. Requirements for negotiability. THUC sets out specific requirements for an instrument to be considered negotiable, including being in writing, containing an unconditional promise to pay a specified sum of money, being payable on demand or at a definite time, and being payable to order or bearer, among other criteria. Transfer and endorsement. THUC provides rules for how negotiable instruments can be transferred and endorsed, determining the rights of various parties involved. Liability. THUC outlines the liabilities of various parties to a negotiable instrument, including makers, drawers, endorsers, and others. Holder in due course. One of the central concepts in the UCC's treatment of negotiable instruments is the idea of the holder in due course. A holder in due course is someone who takes an instrument for value, in good faith, and without notice of any defects or claims to the instrument. Such a holder has special rights and is protected against many defenses that could be raised by previous parties to the instrument. Dishonor. THUC also provides procedures and consequences when a negotiable instrument is not honored. For example, a check is bounced. Using a negotiable instrument to obtain a house involves a financial transaction, wherein the instrument represents a promise to pay a specified amount of money. Here's a general outline of how this might work. Determine the value of the house. First, you would need to determine the value of the house you intend to purchase. This usually involves negotiations with the seller and possibly getting an appraisal. Issue a negotiable instrument. If you're using a promissory note, you would be making a promise to pay the seller the agreed-upon amount at a specified date or upon demand. The note would detail the amount to be paid, the interest rate if any, the repayment schedule, and any other terms and conditions. If you're considering a bill of exchange, it would involve directing a third party, for example, a bank, to pay the seller a certain amount either immediately or at a future date. Secure the transaction. In most real estate transactions involving negotiable instruments like promissory notes, the note is secured by a mortgage or deed of trust on the property. This means if you default on the note, the seller has the right to take legal action to claim the property. Legal formalities. Ensure that the transaction complies with local and national laws. This might involve registering the transaction with local land or property authorities, having the negotiable instrument notarized, ensuring that all taxes related to property transfer are paid. Completion of sale. Once the seller is assured of your promise to pay via the negotiable instrument, and all legal formalities are observed, the ownership of the house can be transferred to you. Repayment. You would then repay the amount specified in the negotiable instrument according to the agreed-upon schedule. If it's a promissory note, you'd make regular payments to the seller or another specified party until the debt is settled. Release of mortgage or deed of trust. Once you've fully repaid the amount, ensure that the mortgage or deed of trust is released, transferring full, unencumbered ownership of the house to you.